Hi everyone, and welcome to the latest episode of Half Century Concealment. In this episode, we're going to review what's the best ear protection that you could buy for $20. Now, is it possible? Yes, it is. Why are we doing this? Because, first of all, shooting isn't cheap. At the end of the day, you're going to go out and spend $300 to $500 or more on a firearm. You're going to spend $50 to $100 every time you go out to the range, at least. You're going to maybe even spend $30 or $50 or more on a range bag. So when it comes down to your ear protection, look, your ears are important. You only get 2 of them. Once that hearing is gone, almost impossible to get back. So do you want to wear those sweated in range ear protection that you're going to rent for $3 to $5 that somebody else just took off and is still dripping from when they were wearing them? No, not really. So what's the best you can do out there for $20? We got 3 of the really good headsets out there. So what we thought were going to be good headsets, we took them out to the range and we tested them out. We went ahead and used them on the same day at the range, all 3 using the same exact ammo on a Glock 19 Gen 4. My Glock 19 that I featured in a video a few weeks ago where we did 7 essential Glock modifications, my 7 essential Glock mods for a Glock 19. We went ahead and used 115 grain, it's 9mm, Cellier and Bellot. Shot a bunch of magazines, which each ear protection on, so that we could give you our best review, our best opinion as to what we thought works and doesn't work with the $20 ear protection headsets. So we're back from the range, we've got all of them here, and let's talk about each one. Let's talk about what we thought the pros and cons were of each one, and given our money, which one would we buy for $20? Before we do, a couple of things, housekeeping. First, want to thank everybody that watched our last video. Our views are up over 700, I believe we might be over 800 views at this point, and just really, really excited how in only 3 videos, our viewership has grown so much. Separately, want to ask everybody to please like and subscribe below so that you can continue receiving this wonderful content that we do plan on putting out for you. If you like the t-shirt I'm wearing, this is awesome Grunt style t-shirt from the good folks over there. Really a wonderful fit, and just I kind of like the distress flag look with the black. We'll have a link below so that you can go ahead and purchase it if you'd like. Also want to do a shout out to the really good folks, Charlie and the great folks over at Warrior Gun Range here in Miami, who allowed us to do our filming at their location, and have always been wonderful to us every time that we've been at their range. So let's get started with Champion. The Champion Range and Target Electronic Ear Protection. These are not what I would call slim, so let's call them fat. They have 4 AA batteries, 2 on each side. They have 2 separate volume controls, 1 for each ear. And they have a 25 decibel noise reduction rating. Next, we've got the Venture Clandestine Electronic Ear Protection. Now, these are, I guess I would call these slim. They do take 2 AA batteries. They have a 24 decibel, so the other ones were 25, these are 24 decibel noise reduction rating. They do have 1 volume control, which is on this one up here. And they have what's called rapid noise suppression, where it shuts down at anything above 85 decibels. Now, these are all according to their specs. Third is we have the Western Safety. These are not electric, obviously, no batteries. I would definitely consider these to be fat. They have an OSHA noise reduction rating of 34 decibels. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. So what were our results? What did we find with each one of these headsets while we were at the range? Well, with the Champion, a couple of things. You've got two different noise or volume levels. And keep in mind, the way these work and the way the Venture works, or the Venture gear, is that they go ahead and receive the noise, the low volume noise, so somebody speaking or you ruffling through your range bag, whatever it might be, you go ahead and it receives that noise, and then there's a little speaker inside of each one of these, and it projects that noise to you at the volume that you've stated where you feel it is ambient level noise. So it's not being amplified. It says amplified, but it's not really supposed to be amplified higher than you would normally hear it. Challenge is you've got two different levels, and to be honest, to get them exactly the same was a bit of a bitch. It wasn't that easy to get these two to regulate identically. They're not that easy to turn. They're a little on the tougher side, and you're either putting them behind or in the front, depending on how you want to arrange these. But at the end of the day, I didn't find that to be real comfortable. I also found that these pretty much just shut down every time that there was a shot fired. You couldn't still hear the ambient noise. It just shut down completely. And then there was an echo. On top of that, after the sound of the firing got somewhat muffled, it didn't really muffle it completely. Then there was an echo on top of it, and that echo wasn't really that quiet. That echo was on the louder side. So wasn't really a huge fan of these for the 3.4 mags that I shot through. Next on the Venture gear. These were nice, I've got to admit. That only has one volume control, so it solved that other problem that the Champion range and target had. The earmuffs were comfortable, I do have to say. These were comfortable as well. They were quite comfortable around the ear. I would say all three were. But these were quite comfortable. I would say probably the most comfortable of the three to wear. The headband is cloth all the way around. This one is cloth covered in a plastic, and then the Western, we'll get into a minute, is basically all vinyl. But back to the Venture gear. So this one I think did the best job for a $20 headset of taking the outside noise, somebody talking, you're ruffling through your range bag, whatever it might be, and doing a really nice job of keeping the noise level fairly similar to what normally it would be. Now, the noise suppression at 85 decibels. That was a little bit of a challenge because this one also, I guess just part of it being a $20 headset, it went ahead and would shut down completely when there was a loud noise, and then you would hear this echo. Wasn't as bad of an echo as the Champion, but there was still a little bit of an echo there. So all of a sudden, if somebody is trying to talk to you while you're shooting, personally, I don't like somebody talking to me while I'm shooting, but if they needed to offer you instruction while you're shooting, every time you take a shot, you're going to miss a syllable or a sound or something of what that person is saying, and then you're going to miss the next syllable or sound of what they're saying, because then there's an echo on top from the shot you just fired, okay? Add to that, there's other people shooting around you in lanes on either side. So every time that this, especially the closer people to you, every time they're firing, this is going to shut down and echo. And that starts getting a little annoying. After a while, I had to take these off. I wasn't really comfortable continuing to hear that. And look, I go to the range, I'll shoot 300-400 rounds easy. I don't know if I could tolerate 300-400 rounds time frame wearing these. Next is the Western safety. These are actually my old reliable. They're non-electric, like I said. Bought these on Amazon for about $19 or somewhere in there. And by the way, we'll have a link below to where you can go ahead and purchase any of these three if you would like. Yeah, these are definitely on the fat side. Okay, they're also bright yellow because, hey, look, I'd rather stand out in the range than blend in. They do have an OSHA noise reduction rating of 34 decibels. Now, what's our thought on the noise reduction rating that each one of these have? Was it 24 decibels? Was it 25 decibels? Is it 34 decibels? Look, all I can tell you is this. I think this one, the Venture, did a really good job of muffling out the noise, the initial sound of a shot being fired. But then it fed it back to me again, and in an echo, and I wasn't that thrilled with it. Same with these. This one, you know what? You can't listen to somebody else for the most part, okay? I think that this definitely has more noise reduction capacity than the other two. At least that's my opinion based on experience, based on having used them. Does it bother me that they're vinyl all the way around? No, it doesn't, because I'm normally shooting with a cap on, and if they do get any sweat on them, I just wipe it off. It's really easy. Now, are any of these Howard Light quality? No, they're not. You're not spending $50. You're not going out and getting really amazing ear protection for $200. And nothing wrong with those. If you want and you have the money, please go and spend the money on those, because they're definitely a lot better than any of these. Okay, and like I said, you only have 2 years, take care of them. But for $20, my personal opinion is I just like to go with old reliable. They block out the most amount of noise. I'm not really listening to what other people are saying around me. Personally, I like to go to the range and not necessarily need to listen to everybody else around me. Now, the interesting thing is I went with my wife. My wife actually liked the Venture gear the best. And that's where opinions are going to differ a little bit. She liked the Venture gear, she liked the way it fit, and she simply liked the fact that these did allow her to listen to what I was telling her at the range. So, look, if it's going to have my wife go to the range more often and she's going to enjoy what she's doing over there, absolutely. We're all about going to the range and practicing and becoming proficient. And if wearing a pair of these instead of a pair of these is what's going to get her to do that, or one of the things that's going to motivate her to do that or make her experience more pleasurable, then absolutely. That's exactly what you want. So, in our opinion, in my opinion, the Western Safety, non-electric, plain Jane, you might even be able to find these at a hardware store, but like I said, we'll have a link below where you can get them. They're under $20. The Venture gear, my wife's favorite, they're about $22, so just a tad over 20. I think you can go there. But my wife's favorite was the Venture gear. She actually did like the fact that she was, like I said, able to hear me. And the ones we didn't like at all was the Champion Range and Target. Neither one of us liked it. Neither one of us liked that dual control for the volume. Plus, you have to spend double on 4 batteries when here you've got one that performs better and only uses half the amount of batteries. So that's our review of these headsets. This is our opinion. Your opinions might vary. If you've had experience, by the way, with any of these or with other $20 headsets, ear protection, that you think are really, really good, please put the comments below. While you're there, please like and subscribe, like I said before, so that we can continue providing you this wonderful content and you can be notified as soon as it comes out. I hope you found this information helpful to you, and any questions that you have for us, once again, put them in the comments below and we'll address them as quickly as we can. Look forward to the next video. Hope you have a wonderful week. And please remember to support your local animal shelters. If you're going to bring a pet into your home, please adopt.